Hello guys, welcome to Arcus Academy. In this lecture, we're gonna set up our development environment. So I'm Rahat Khan and I'm gonna be your instructor today. So in order to set up our development environment, we will first need a code editor. Now, there are a lot of code editors available at the market right now, such as Visual Studio Code, Sublime Text, Atom, but I prefer Visual Studio Code because it's lightweight, easy to use, and cross-platformed. So we could get Visual Studio Code from code.visualstudio.com. Now, the next thing we'll need is Node.js. Well, I know in the last lecture I said that we could use a browser to execute JavaScript code, but Node.js has other facilities too. In the future, we will install some third-party libraries, so Node will help us with that. And also at the end of this section, I'm going to give you a demo of Node.js. So yeah, we will need it. We will definitely need it in this course. So pause the video right now and install Visual Studio Code and Node.js, and then continue watching the lecture. Alright, so now that we're done installing Visual Studio Code, I want you to create a new folder. Now, you can call this folder anything you want, but I'm going to call it JavaScript Basics. Now, after you're done creating this folder, I want you to drag and drop it inside of Visual Studio Code. So this will open this folder inside Visual Studio Code. So see, this is our folder, JavaScript Basics. Now here we're going to create a new file. I'm going to call it index.html. Now for this course, you don't need to know HTML, but in general, if you want to become a front-end developer, then yeah, HTML is a must, right? Anyways, now we're going to type an exclamation mark here. And after that, I want you to press tab. This will generate some boilerplate code. Now we don't need to know about this boilerplate code, but this index.html file will host our JavaScript code. All right, so we will need it for that. Now, after you're done with that, I want you to hit the extension tab and search for live server. Now, live server is a lightweight web server. All right, so this can host our web, not host actually, this can serve our web applications. So our index.html is web applications, even though it's not doing much, but still it's a web application, right? So I want you to install this extension and then restart Visual Studio Code, okay? And okay, let's close this one up. And then I want you to hit, after you're done installing and restarting everything, right? I want you to hit the File Explorer tab and then select our index.html file. After you're done selecting, I want you to right click and from here select the Open with Live Server menu. When you click it, your browser will pop up, like the one your default one actually. Like in my case, it's Microsoft's Edge browser. So you might be using Chrome as your default browser. So your default browser will pop up and serve you a page that will have a link like this one. All right. So your live server extension is serving your web application, which is index.html. Remember? So your live server extension is hosting your index.html file in this link. All right. So here our web application is getting hosted. Now let's double check if it's working properly or not. So let's write something here. Let's create a h1 tag and let's type something here. Let's say hello world. Now let's press Ctrl and S to save our code, and let's get back to our browser to check if it's working and see, hello world. All right, so everything's working. In the next lecture, we're gonna write some JavaScript code. All right, so see you on the next one. Bye bye.